Dear learners, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be seeing what is probability and what are the different theories of probability. Let us see what do you mean by the term probability. Probability term. It is synonymously used with possibility, chances, may, likewise. These are the terms which is commonly used by the people in day-to-day conversation. They are just having a vague idea regarding the term probability. A layman says, like, gives the statements like probably it may rain today, tomorrow, by saying the conditions, weather conditions they are saying, they are giving such statements. Generally, the people used to give such statements on the basis of some certainty or uncertainty. But in case of this statistics, we used to assign a value in statistics for every event. A value is being assigned on the basis of some methods or some theories. And the term probability, it has got its origin from the games of chances, particularly games of chances which is related to gambling, like tossing of coin, then throwing of die, drawing cards from the deck of cards, etc. How this probability term is being defined? Let us see how the probability term is being defined. Probability. Probability, generally it is a number which varies between 0 to 1. Probability generally tells you about the chances of occurrence of a particular event or non-occurrence of a particular event. And it assigns a value which ranges between 0 to 1, which ranges between 0 to 1. In case if 0 comes, it means that event will not occur at any cost. For example, while tossing a while tossing a coin, you have only two sides. If you are going for the third side, you have head and tail, you want to find out body, you won't get, since only two sides are there, you will be getting that only. While throwing die, throwing die, you're there are only six sides, 1 2 3 4 5 6 sides, you're finding seventh value, you won't get. So this is all coming under that particular event which won't occur, known as impossible event. If the probability, if you get 0, it is known as impossible event, and if you get 1, it means sure event, you will 100% you will get that. For example, if in the deck of cards you are having total 52 cards, playing cards, I am talking about playing cards, you are having 52 playing cards, and in that 52 playing cards, 26 card is red in color and 26 card is black in color. So therefore, if you are finding out the probability that आपने क्या किया, 52 कार्ड में से एक कार्ड निकाला और आप ये देखना चाहते हैं कि वो कार्ड लाल है या काला है, ठीक है। अभी आप या तो लाल हो या तो काला हो, जनरली आपने एक कार्ड निकाला, यू हैव टेकन वन कार्ड, and there is 100% chances that either it will be black or it will be red. So therefore, such kind of event will be coming as, yes, sure event. One is known as sure event. Let us see what are the different theories of probability. There are three different theories, popularly used theories, known as classical theory, the oldest one and the simplest one, relative theory of frequency, the relative frequency theory of probability, and subjective theory of probability. Let us see one by one. First one is your classical theory of probability. What does this classical theory of probability mean? In case of classical theory, this classical theory, by the name itself, it is the oldest one, traditional one, simplest one, and still we are using it. And it was originated during the 18th century. It was originated. Generally, this classical theory has come, as I've told you, that probability got its origin from games of chances. This is the classical theory, and this is the oldest one, and this is also the simplest one, which we are using till date. And this theory has come in respect of the problems pertaining to games of chances, which I have talked about, tossing of coin, throwing of dice, etc. And the basic assumption, as far as this classical theory is concerned, is that the outcome should be equally likely. It means what? Well, while you are tossing a coin have two sides, head and tail. Either you will be getting head or you will be getting tail. It doesn't mean that at the time you are tossing coin, you will be getting 70% chances you are having that you will be getting head, और 30% chances से आपको tail मिलेगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. जब आपने toss किया coin, you will be getting, there is a 50% chances that you can get head or 50% chances that you can get tail. That is what known as equally likely. Both the sides have equal chances to appear, or all the sides have equal chances to appear. Like, for example, if you are, like I've told you about coin, there are two sides. In case if you're going for die is like this. You can see, for example, I am showing first face, sixth. Likewise, you will be having different faces on this die, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 sides are there, and 6 faces will be there. For example, all the 6 faces are having equal chance to appear. It doesn't mean that all the sides have or one particular side is having more chances to appear. In case if it is having more chances, means it is unbiased. It is unbiased. We are talking about biased die. We are talking about biased coin. So this is the definition which was being given by French mathematician Laplace, and generally it was being adopted by the classical school disciples. It is given as follows: probability is the ratio of number of favorable cases divided by number of equally likely cases. This is the formula which we are going to use throughout. The formula, for example, PA. PA refers to what? PA refers to event. For example, probability of occurrence of event A. PA refers to probability of occurrence of event A. You can keep any kind, if you want, you can keep it as A, B, C, X, Y, Z. It depends on you, your interest, your taste, is equal to number of favorable cases divided by total number of equally likely cases. Right? I have written the formula here. You can see this is the formula. This is the formula. Probability of occurrence of event A is equal to number of favorable cases divided by total number of equally likely cases. For example, what is favorable cases? Favorable cases is what you are searching for. Total number of equally likely cases, how many cases are there? For example, in case of head, if you wanted to find the probability of getting a head, like I can write H also. Like यहाँ पे जैसे A आपने लिखा है, उस तरह से if I just wanted to find out the probability of getting a head, I can write head is equal to number of favorable cases. How many heads are there in a coin? There is one head. How many total cases are there? There are head and tail, two tail. This is how you can go for. Likewise, in case if you are finding out the probability of getting a 6 while throwing a die. When you are throwing a die, जब आपने die throw किया, आपके पास कितने options है उसमें? 6 options है. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 options you are having. 6 sides are there. So in case if you are finding out the probability of getting a 4, आपको 4 का क्या probability है? तो you can see that what is the favorable cases? 4 इसमें कितना है? एक ही 4 है. तो favorable cases will be 1. ठीक है? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. टोटल केसेस कितना है? 6 है. तो टोटल नंबर ऑफ इक्वली लाइकली केसेस. इक्वली लाइकली इसलिए बताया गया है क्योंकि सब 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all the faces are having equal chances to appear. It doesn't mean that 4 is having more chances to appear. No, all have equal chances. We cannot predict what is going to come. So total cases is 6. So 1 by 6. For example, in this itself, if I wanted to find out what is the probability of getting even numbers, right? What is the probability of getting even numbers? इसमें even numbers मिलने का कितना probability? Even number कितना है? 1, 2, 3. 2, 4 and 6 is even number. So you are going to write 3 favorable cases is there. Divide by total number of cases कितना है? 6 है. So this is how you can calculate the probability on the basis of this formula. Symbolically, you can see the probability. Generally, this we are going to see. P refers to success and Q refers to failure. Success in the sense what? Which we are searching for. We will like head. I am searching for head, so head will be success. For which I am not searching for is your Q, known as tail. So when you are adding this together, for example, probability of getting a head and tail, this is success, tail is failure. For example, the probability of getting head is half, tail is half. When you are adding this together, you will be getting 2 by 2, 1. So you can see this is equal to 1. We will be doing one sum. From a bag containing 10 black and 20 white balls. In a bag, you can see how many 10 balls are there. In a bag, you are having 10 black balls. Okay, black balls you are having 10, 20 white balls. White balls you are having 20. ठीक है? A ball is drawn at random. मतलब 10 black ball है, white ball 20. तो total equally likely cases कितना हुआ? Total cases कितना हुआ? 30 है. तो ये 30 बॉल से आपको क्या करना है, व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी दैट इट इज ब्लैक, आपको ये देखना है कि वो ब्लैक है, तो फेवरेबल केसेस ये हुआ, तो 10/30 विल बी योर आंसर, 10/30 will be your answer. ठीक है, the probability that a ball drawn is black, 10/30. It means 1/3. You can cut and write 1/3. This I have just done for the namesake. That is probability of getting black. I have written like this: probability of not getting black. This is not asked in the question, even though I have tried to show it. Probability of not getting black ball or probability of getting white ball. You can write. There may be multiple colors: black, white, yellow. Likewise, it may be there. So in that case, you can use it. It is 20/30. Next is, what is the chance of getting a king in a draw from a pack of 52 cards? You may be having an idea regarding cards, right? There are 52 cards. There are 52 number of cards. In 52 cards, there are 52 cards in that pack. In that 52 cards, there are 4 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4 sets. Diamond, 1 set. Then heart. Then flower. Then flower. Then spade. These 4 sets are there. This 2 is black in color. This 2 is in red in color. Right? This is clear. From this 52 cards, you will be getting these 4 sets, of which 26. Red card is 26 in number. This card is 26 in number, and this card is 26 in number. This total. So you can see that there are 26 red cards, 26 black cards. In 26 red card, you have 13 cards each. You can see in each set. In each set, as I have told you, there are 52 cards. 4 sets are there. Heart, diamond, it is red in color. Flower and spade, it is black in color. In all the 4 sets, you will be getting 1 king, queen, knave, numbers from 1 to 10. So how many cards? 1 to 10. Then this one is also A, known as A. It is treated as 1, right? So this much cards you are having. So this is 1 to 10 is 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 cards you are having in one set. So therefore the same you are having in other set also. The same K, Q, J, A to 10. So you can see that you are having 13 cards. Now the question is, what is the chance of getting a king? What is the chance of getting a king in a draw from a pack of 52 cards? From a pack of 52 cards, what is the possibility of getting a king? So therefore, there are how many sets? There are 4 sets. In all the sets, I have told you 1 king is there, 1 queen is there, 1 J is there, 1 A, then 2 to 10. So total 13 cards are there in each set. So therefore, if you are finding out the king, so in each set there is 1 king. In each set there is 1 king. So how many total kings? There are 4 sets. So 4 kings are there. And how many total number of cards is there? 42. So this is the probability of getting a king from a pack of 52 cards. This is the procedure how you have to write, right? Next question is, a ball is drawn from a box containing 6 white, 8 red, 10 green balls. Determine the probability of the ball drawn is, there are different options. I'll just tell you 2 points and remaining you can find out. For example, you are having 6 white, 8 red, 10 green, right? So total is, you can see total is total is 24. Okay, total is 24. So what we are going to see here is the first question is, what is the probability that the ball drawn is white? So how many white balls are there? 6. 6 by 24. You have to write in sentence. How many red ball is there? 8 by 24. How many green ball? 10 by 24. Not red. Not red means what? Excluding red, you have to write the remaining. 16 white and green you have to take. These two you have to take. Not red. Not red means you have to exclude this. So 6 white and 10 green. So 10 plus 6 is 16. So 16 by 24 will be your answer. Then last point is red or green. Red or green means what? Either red or green. So this two. 10 plus 8, 18. 18 by 24 will be your answer. This is how you have to find out. But the procedure to write down is like this. You have to write down. You just go through it. Next theory is relative frequency theory of probability. Generally, relative frequency of an event is defined as the number of times that event occur during experimental trial. You can see that while tossing the coin, we are saying that 50% chance of getting head, 50% chance of getting tail. But actually, when we are experimenting that, the possibility will, for example, if the number of trials increases, approaches infinity, like if the number of tosses we are making, it increases to 20 or 100 or 150 or 200. So what we can say that there is equally, but actual result will be like 30, we may get 30% head, we may get 50%, we may get 60%. It is not exactly 50% or 50% when actual through experiment when we are getting the data. But generally, theoretically what we can say, that if you are tossing n number of times, if you are tossing, there is a possibility that you may get the head approaching 50%, like tail approaching 50%. This is what relative frequency refers to. Let us see the third theory of probability, that is known as subjective approach to probability. And this theory was introduced by Frank Ramsey in the year 1926. And this concept was further developed by Bernard, Richard and Leonard. And this subjective theory is generally you can see when we talk about this subjective theory, it depends upon the perception of an individual on the basis of what evidence is available. जैसे अगर लग रहा है बादल काला हो गया, वो देखते समय हम क्या बोलेंगे? हाँ, बारिश आने वाली है, ठीक है। तो वॉट एवर एविडेंस, जो एविडेंस दिखता है उस एविडेंस के आधार पर आप एक कंक्लूजन ड्रॉ करते हो, एक स्टेटमेंट देते हो, दैट इज नोन एज सब्जेक्टिव प्रोबेबिलिटी. सो सच ये जो प्रोबेबिलिटी डिपेंड्स अपॉन द बिलीफ ऑफ द पर्सन who is making such a probability statement. It may differ from person to person. What I feel may not, the other person may not feel that. Possibility is there. Yeah, let us see the different terms which is used in the calculation of probability. Let us see the first one. What is experiment? Whenever we talk about experiment, you know why we are doing experiment? Because there is a chances that there are chances that two or more outcome you may be getting. अभी ऐसा होता कि हम कुछ करते हैं, उसका एक ही रिजल्ट आता है तो हम एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करेंगे, है ना. अभी when you know that if you are doing a particular thing, if you are trying to do a particular thing and one particular output is you are going to get or outcome you are going to get, 100% आप क्या नहीं करोगे? एक्सपेरिमेंट नहीं करोगे. अभी यहाँ पे क्या है? You are getting two or more outcomes. When there is a possibility that you are going to get two or more outcomes, then only you are doing experiment. You can see that any operation that result in two or more outcomes is known as experiment. Which result in only one outcome, for that no experiment is required. एक ही आउटकम आएगा, अगर आपको लगता है एक ही आउटकम आएगा तो उसके लिए एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन का जरूरत नहीं है. लेट अस सी व्हाट इज रैंडम एक्सपेरिमेंट्स. रैंडम एक्सपेरिमेंट्स मतलब क्या है? जो चांसेस के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. दोज एक्सपेरिमेंट्स विच डिपेंड ऑन चांसेस, लाइक टॉसिंग ऑफ कॉइन, थ्रोइंग ऑफ डाइस. अभी रैंडम एक्सपेरिमेंट का जो रिजल्ट है, जो आउटकम है, जो रिजल्ट है उसको हम आउटकम बोलते हैं. दैट इज नोन एज आउटकम. द रिजल्ट ऑफ रैंडम एक्सपेरिमेंट इज नोन एज आउटकम. एंड रैंडम एक्सपेरिमेंट किसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है? इट डिपेंड्स ऑन चांसेस. नेक्स्ट वन इज व्हाट इज इवेंट. इवेंट क्या है? जैसे मैंने पहले ही बता दिया, दो तरह का इवेंट है. श्योर इवेंट जो 100% होगा ही होगा, और इम्पॉसिबल इवेंट जो 100% नहीं होगा. श्योर इवेंट जिसका होना हम टाल नहीं सकते, इस नोन एज श्योर इवेंट. और जो कभी हो ही नहीं सकता उसको हम बोलते हैं इम्पॉसिबल इवेंट. और जो इवेंट हो सकता है, एन इवेंट विच मे अकर मे नॉट अकर, उसको हम कहते हैं रैंडम इवेंट, दैट इज नोन एज रैंडम इवेंट विच मे अकर. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हाइल टॉसिंग अ कॉइन आई मे गेट हेड, I may get tail, both are random events. Next one is mutually exclusive events. Mutually exclusive events. What is mutually exclusive events? Mutually exclusive events means when the occurrence of one event precludes the occurrence of the other event. एक event होने की वजह से दूसरा event नहीं होता. Head आता है तो tail नहीं आएगा. For example, while throwing the die, अब सिक्स्थ फेस अगर ऊपर आता है तो बाकी नहीं आएगा. 1 2 3 मतलब क्या है, द अकरेंस ऑफ 6 प्रिक्लूडेड द अकरेंस ऑफ 1 2 3 4 5. ठीक है, अभी है टॉस किया, टेल आया, तो द अकरेंस ऑफ टेल हैज प्रिक्लूडेड द अकरेंस ऑफ हेड. उसको कहते हैं म्यूचुअली एक्सक्लूसिव इवेंट. ठीक है. इंडिपेंडेंट इवेंट्स एंड डिपेंडेंट इवेंट्स. इंडिपेंडेंट इवेंट्स मीन्स व्हाट? Two or more events are said to be independent when the outcome of one does not affect or is affected by the other. Independent event means what? कोई भी इवेंट जो दूसरे इवेंट के ऊपर डिपेंड नहीं करता. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई एम टॉसिंग द कॉइन, मैं कॉइन टॉस कर रही हूँ. ठीक है, फर्स्ट टाइम मुझे हेड मिला. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि सेकेंड टाइम मैं टॉस करूँगी मुझे हेड मिले. तो इन द फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट इज इन नो वे रिलेटेड टू द सेकेंड वन. ठीक है, तो इसको कहते हैं इंडिपेंडेंट इवेंट. One particular event is independent of the occurrence of the other event. For example, I also have given, if the coin is tossed twice, the result of second throw would in no way be affected by the result of the first throw. Next one is dependent events. What is dependent events? Dependent events means what? The occurrence of an event or non-occurrence of an event is because of already one event has already occurred, is known as dependent event. Means what? The occurrence of one event dependent on the occurrence of the other event. For example, while throwing the dice को थ्रो करते समय, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने कार्ड निकाला. ठीक है, किंग निकाला. व्हाट वाज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग अ किंग? 4/52 वाज द प्रोबेबिलिटी, है ना. अभी दोबारा आपने क्या किया, जो कार्ड आपने निकाला यू हैव केप्ट इट असाइड, आपने वापस कार्ड को नहीं रखा. अभी दोबारा आप चांस देखना चाहते हो, व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग अ किंग सेकेंड टाइम. अब किंग आपने निकाल के रख दिया तो 4 किंग से एक कम हो गया तो 3 आएगा, और टोटल कार्ड से भी एक कम हो गया 51 आएगा. वही जगह में अगर आप किंग नहीं निकालते, कुछ और निकालते, फॉर एग्जांपल क्वीन निकालते हो, तो भी आप देख सकते हो 4/51 हो गया. पहले 52 था, इट विल बी 51. तो इस चीज को हम क्या कहते हैं? डिपेंडेंट इवेंट्स. नेक्स्ट वन इज इक्वली लाइकली केसेस. ऑलरेडी हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड यू. इक्वली लाइकली मीन्स व्हाट? ऑल द phases, all the events have equal chances to appear. It means what? No one phase have more frequency to appear when compared to the other. Like tossing of coin को toss करते समय, the head and tail you are having, head and tail is there, both having 50% chances to appear. It doesn't mean that head is having more chances or tail is having more chances. अगर ऐसा है तो it is no more considered as games of chances. Let us see what is simple event and compound event. Simple event means when you find out the probability of happening of और नॉन हैपनिंग ऑफ वन इवेंट, कोई भी एक इवेंट. जैसा आई वांटेड टू नो द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग अ हेड, आई वांटेड टू नो द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग अ किंग, आई वांटेड टू नो द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ गेटिंग अ रेड बॉल फ्रॉम द बैग कंसिस्टिंग ऑफ 10 white or 10 red balls, whatever. What is compound event? I wanted to find out the probability of 2 or more events together, occurrence of 2 of, for example, I wanted to know the 2 cards are drawn and both the cards are king. 2 balls are drawn, 1 ball is red, 1 ball is black. So this is all coming under compound event. Next one is exhaustive events. Events are said to be exhaustive when their totality includes all possible outcomes. For example, when you are throwing the dice, while throwing a dice, how many possible outcomes are there? While throwing a dice, 1 2 3, there are at the time for example, if you are throwing a die, एक die अगर आप throw करते हो, you are having how many outcomes? 6 outcomes. But when you are there is 6 outcomes है, तो total exhaustive cases भी कितना है? exhaustive मतलब total number of cases कितना है? 6. उसी को exhaustive बोलते हैं. ठीक है. For example, अगर 2 die आप एक साथ फेंकते हो तो total possible outcomes यहाँ पे कितना है? You can see 1, 1 means what? 1, 1 is first die, second 1 means second die. मतलब क्या, 2 डाई आपने एक साथ फेंका, दोनों में एक एक आया, दोनों में एक आया, एक में 2 आया. तो ये सारा पॉसिबल केसेस है जो आपको मिल सकता है 2 डाई से, इससे ज़्यादा और केसेस नहीं है. तो टोटल केसेस कितना है? 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 टोटल कितना है? दिस इज टोटल 36 केसेस. So total exhaustive जो cases है that is 36. The last event is complementary event. Let us see what is complementary event. For example, there are two events, namely A and B. A is said to be the complementary of B and B is said to be the complementary of A when both the events A and B both are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. I've already told you what is mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive means these are the only two events. A and B are the only two events, then only we can say it is mutually exclusive. Exhaustive, this exhaustive means what? Totality is only two events, A and B. This is known as complementary event. For example, how you can find out when a die is thrown, like head is the complement of tail, like even number 2 4 6 and odd number are also known as complementary events. So these are the different events which you should know before learning the chapter probability. Thank you.